folks, so I just wanted to address a little argument that I'm having with myself, really. I bought a 1060 not so long ago, and to my surprise it just seemed as fast as my 980, but until recently that 1060 was sitting in a not older rig, but AMD rig, and the processor in that was an 8350, which is nice, it's good, but I found it stuttered a lot, and I wonder if it's bottlenecking the 1060. So I moved the 1060 across to my workstation rig, which is a Intel i7-3930K, and just to see, because that won't bottleneck the 1060, not at all. I mean, it's still super. I mean, it's an old processor, but it's still super quick. And so I wanted to see what would happen. I ran some benchmarks. I ran Time Spy, 3D Mark Time Spy, as you can see here, and the results were actually amazing. Actually, as you're looking at the screen, you can see that although I have overclocked the 1060 by another 90 megahertz, it's only 3%, 4% slower than a 980, so it's not far off at all. Now the 980, just to put things in context, is a far more expensive card. I think at the moment it's going for around 300, 400 brand new. You can find some bargains on eBay for around, I don't think you get anything for less than 260, 270. If you're lucky on eBay, you're looking at around £300 mark for a 980. But for the 1060, you could easily find one for the £200 mark. And you could argue, is it worth the extra £100, the 980? I would say no. Got some footage to show you of me playing Battlefield 1, and as you can see, I mean, there's hardly any real contest at all. It's running fine, and it's doing its business, and it's no problem whatsoever. I'm hitting around the 60 frame per second FPS mark, and that's on par with the 980. If I'm being honest, I couldn't tell you, playing wise, I couldn't tell you any major difference. Initially, upon starting, there was a bit of a stuttering issue. I didn't know what the hell was going on there, and I thought it might have run out of VRAM. I've got the 3GB version of the 1060 because I felt that I didn't need a 6GB. I mean, I just wanted a budget GPU that would just kind of fill a gap in one of my PCs. Retrospect, in hindsight, no, I'm still glad I got the 3GB version. I don't feel the need for a 6GB version unless I'm loading sort of humongous amount of textures. So moving on to Rainbow Six Siege. This is a new game for me. I don't really know what I'm doing, so literally, because it's a free trial weekend on Steam, so I'll just give it a go. I know it's quite popular on the old interweb, so give it a go. And the frame rate is bonkers. I'm getting 110, sometimes 115 FPS. I appreciate this is not a very demanding game, but still, it's still a popular game. And for a £180 graphics card, which is by no means cheap. I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's cheaper than some of the the beasts out there. My brother recently bought a GTX 1080, and it's like, I personally think that's overkill for the type of games he's playing, but that's his money and that's his business. But I would never go for a 1080 at this stage, and to be honest, I'm quite I'm not saying quite wise to it, but I don't go for cutting edge stuff anymore. I don't go for the latest laptops. I don't go for recently released models or anything, because I just don't think they're ever worth their money. I only bought my 980 about 2 years ago. So yeah, so Rainbow Six Siege, no problem. It's actually quite a good game. So recommend that. Moving on to Dirt Rally. So this is by not a demanding game at all. I've whacked everything up. Oh, just for the record, everything's on 1080p. I don't believe in playing in 4K and all that kind of nonsense. That's just silly. I'm a frame rate freak, I'd rather have high frame rates rather than have high resolutions. Obviously, fidelity is important. I like it when the game companies really put a lot of effort into detail and all that kind of stuff. So, and by all accounts, Dirt Rally is a very good-looking game. Once again, 1060, no problems there at all. No, well, punching above its weight. And finally, let's have a look at some Battlefield 4 action. Been a while since I played Battlefield 4, so forgive me. I suck badly here. So yeah, as you can see, I'm playing on Ultra. Initially, it was a bit slow because I thought, what's going on? It's really laggy. But I was playing at 1440p, which is like, that's crazy. No, that's too high. So whacked it down to 1080p and everything, back to normal again. I'm hitting the 60, 70 FPS mark. So a little bit slower but still very playable. I rarely dip below 60 FPS. And again, this is a £180 graphics card, and so it's kind of like a no-brainer really. Like if you're gonna buy a new graphics card and you're considering the 980, which sounds like a nice card, it is a good card. I'm not knocking it, but for me, given the choice of the 1060 or the 980, I'd go for the 1060 any given day. It's more power efficient, it's quieter. I mean, temperature-wise, it hasn't hit. Let's have a look. Hasn't hit above. Let's see. GPU hasn't hit above 67 degrees C, and I've overclocked it to 100 megahertz above its standard core clock. So, just in comparison, the 980 would throttle. It'll throttle itself at 85 C, and that's fine because that's getting damn hot, and I have no idea how much power it's consuming, but I'm pretty sure it's more power hungry than the 1060. So anyway, in conclusion, 1060 versus 980, clear winner 1060. If you were after those final tiny bits of extra FPS frame rates, then yeah, go for the 980. But for an extra £100, it's just not worth it. 1060 all the way, and I totally recommend this little Zotac one. It's small and it's tiny, and it will fit into my ITX case really nicely. So yeah, so in conclusion, 1060 is the clear winner. Thanks for watching. A like if you like, dislike if you dislike, and if you got this far, please comment below by saying chicken soup. Yeah, chicken soup. Why not? Bye guys, see you in the next one.